Hi everybody, welcome back to DayZ, and in this video I'm going to do a little showcase of a JSON file that I have created that you can use on PC and or console. And here we are. That's Sinystok down there. Nice little village, and it looks like a helicopter crash has just spawned in as well. Look at that! Ooh, wow! I've been messing around on my local server, so there's a few more zombies than there should be. Look at all of those. Anyway, more about this. So I've created this castle that you can see here that is a small castle, kind of based around a keep and a small area down there. So I'll tell you what, let's go to FreeCam so you can have a look, and then I'll show you how you can install it. So here we go. So as I say, this works on PlayStation, Xbox and PC. So we kind of have the main keep on the left, and then you have these boundary walls, and then what I've put down inside here is we have there's a polytunnel for growing vegetables, if you like, a couple of toilets. I always think there's not enough toilets in DayZ, so a couple of toilets. There's a military tent there, there's a military tent there. I think they'll spawn stuff in. I hope I haven't chosen the Livonia ones. There's a bunker here, and then if we go through here, there's another little, I guess they're machine gun nests rather than bunkers, aren't they? There's a couple there and there. And then we've got some trucks here. And then in here, inside this barn, there is a medical area. And kind of the story behind this area, because I always like to have a story, is that obviously the castle has been there a long time, but this is somewhere that maybe the Chernarus military came when the infections were starting to spread across Chernarus, and maybe they made like a little temporary base here, and they were treating maybe the people from Sinystok. And in fact, if you come down here, you can see some civilians have tried to come up to the base, but perhaps they were stopped by this machine gun nest here, and maybe there was some civilians came on this bus, or maybe they were army people. And then there's a kind of a little bit of an Easter egg. If you go over here, this is kind of where they dump the dead bodies inside this barn. So there's that area there. So I kind of do these files every now and again, mainly because people on my private servers ask me for custom locations because I offered to do the service. But I've been doing lots of other stuff, so I haven't had a chance to do one. But I thought this was a great location, so thanks to old Pop for pointing about this. It's really flat. I mean, you could make a massive structure on here. A couple of other things actually. There is a water pump inside here, and then if we go up here, there's one of those kind of a control thing, and there's a table there, and there's some boxes there. So there's plenty of room for people to add their own flavour to the area. And then if you're using, I guess, Build Anywhere, or you've done that setting on your server, they could secure the base with fences across there. So now you're saying, well, how do I install this, Rob? Well, all you need to do is go to my GitHub repository, and I'll put a link to this in the description below the video. And in my GitHub repository, you will find everything you need. What you want to do is you want to click on the little code button here and download the zip, and that will download all the files. Now there's some photos in here. If you want to check the castle out before you go for it, all these PNGs, that's where the castle is. And then there's photos of kind of what it looks like, screenshots, I guess, not photos. And what you're interested in, once you've downloaded it and you've unzipped it onto your local drive, and you're interested in the README. The README contains all of the instructions you will need to get this working on your server, including there is a XML snippet in there to spawn loot as well. So that's all there. So if you just go through the README, you can see exactly what you need to do. Now, I have also included, for completion's sake, the Sinystok Castle Editor.dze file. So if you're familiar with the editor and you have access to it on your local PC because you've got a copy of DayZ and you've got the editor mod installed, you can upload that to the editor, and then you can play around with it. By all means, add things, take things away, do whatever you like with it. and then share it if you want to or whatever. But I think this is I quite like this. I think it tells a nice story. I always really try hard to make my builds fit in with the landscape. I know it is a bit of a challenge on console because we can't use many of the pieces of furniture and structures that PC can with their builder items, but I always try and do it so that if you came across this, maybe if you were not a complete veteran to DayZ, because you'd probably notice and think, well, this shouldn't be here, and the transitions are a bit odd, but maybe if you're a new player or a kind of a player that's been with the game for a few dozen hours, you might come across a structure like this and think it was part of the original game. That's the whole feel of it. That's what I'm trying to achieve. So there we go, Sinystok Castle. Very easy to install. Massive thanks to Inclement Dab for creating the DayZ editor. Massive thanks for the DayZ dev team for changing, especially console DayZ, so we can put these custom object spawner JSONs onto our files. And I hope you find it useful, and you find it a bit of fun, and the players on your server will enjoy it too. Right, there we go. Well, that's enough from me. Remember, just check out the repository, and I will see you again soon.